Good morning. Plenty of showers on offer today. Also some sunny spells in between those showers, but there will be some blustery winds too. You can see the blustery winds because of the tightly packed isobars that we have across us, with those winds coming in from the west. Then, as we look ahead to tomorrow, there is a deep area of low pressure coming in. It's this feature here that is going to bring some heavy rain, some strong winds to many parts, particularly towards the northwest. This feature is actually due to the remnants of what was Hurricane Ernesto, the other side of the Atlantic, and it's going to bring some unsettled weather for some of us through the next couple of days. Back to the here and now though, and like I said, it's a showery picture. That being said, in the far southeast we do have the remnants of yesterday's front, still bringing a bit of cloud, a bit of rain first thing, but that will clear away, and then sunny spells developing for many places, but also lots and lots of showers. Now the showers across parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland perhaps, are going to be pretty heavy. There could be some rumbles of thunder mixed in, and do watch out for those blustery, gusty winds. Could be some localised coastal gales for some. Also quite blustery further south around coastal areas in the west, and a few showers possible here, but they're not going to be as widespread or as intense as the showers that we'll see further north. Greater chance of seeing some sunshine as well, and a bit more shelter from the breeze. And so in the east southeast of the UK, whilst it won't be as warm as on Monday, I'm still expecting it to feel relatively warmer. Temperatures just about getting into the mid-20s. A few degrees fresher than this the further north and west you go. More intense showers to come as we go through this evening, particularly across parts of Scotland. Also Northern Ireland though could see some, and Northern England too. A lot of the showers will actually start to die out and ease as we go overnight, with a bit more in the way of clear skies for many of us compared to last night, and so as a result it is going to be a bit fresher. In the towns and cities, yes, generally holding up in double figures, but away from the built-up areas it is likely to fall into single digits for some of us. Wednesday then is going to be a bit bright and mostly dry for many of us to start, but quite quickly increasing amounts of cloud and rain spilling in across particularly parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, some rain also pushing into parts of Northern England too. Elsewhere across the rest of England and Wales, a largely dry story, but cloud building. Initially that means that the sunshine will just turn hazy, but then that cloud will thicken up, and so it's going to turn a bit grayer as we go through the day. Temperatures are going to be a little bit lower for many of us, partly because there will be less sunshine around, still just about getting into the low 20s towards the southeast. Further north and west, actually temperatures fairly similar to today, but with the wet and windy weather feeding its way in, it is going to feel pretty unpleasant for many of us. That heavy rain then across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland continues as we go overnight Wednesday into Thursday, and because it lasts for such a long period of time, that's why we're going to see the totals building up. Especially around western parts of Scotland here, we could see in excess of 150 millimetres over the higher ground, and even elsewhere to lower levels, 75 to 100 millimetres perhaps. So it is likely to cause some problems. There could be some disruption to travel, could be some localised flooding in places as well. Further south and east though, we're kind of avoiding the heavy rain for now, and it's going to stay largely dry with some clearer skies perhaps towards the far east southeast of England. But with that, with all the unsettled, blustery, wet, windy weather around, temperatures won't be dropping as much as they do through tonight. Looking ahead through the rest of Thursday, and the system that brings all this very wet and windy weather does gradually make its way southeastwards, as you would expect, but it breaks up as it goes. So by the time we see a bit more cloud and rain reaching more central parts of England, really the rain's not looking particularly heavy. And by the time that we get to the afternoon, much of that rain will have cleared through across parts of Scotland and also Northern Ireland, with just a few showery bursts following in behind. With that though, temperatures similar to tomorrow really. We're looking at low 20s towards the southeast, mid-teens towards the northwest of the UK. Now remember, this wet and windy weather later this week is all due to the remnants of what was Hurricane Ernesto, and we did tell you about this in our 10-day trend last week. That's the kind of content you can find if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye-bye.